This girl is a mess. Hey guys, what's up? I'm Gracleynn and I'm back with a new video. Super exciting. Today's video is going to be another Real Talk with Gracleynn. These videos are just videos that I want you guys to know that they're personal to me, and they're just something I felt like I should do, and I just want them to be something that each and every one of you gets something out of it and also enjoys it. And I just talk about issues that I see happening in the world. So last time I had my self-love video, and that's something that's really true to me. And so today's one I'm going to talk about is going to be on anxiety and stress and all that stuff. So yeah, so remember to just give this video a big thumbs up, and please remember to like and subscribe. Basically, I have had a lot of things that I've dealt with, anxiety and stress growing up, and I just thought why not share how I deal with them, and just different steps and things that go on day to day that you could just help with. And by no means am I an expert, or do I call myself an expert at all, because I'm not. But I just thought I'd share some things that I found helpful. And if it bothers you guys that I'm not an expert or whatever, you don't have to continue watching, but I encourage you to, because you might learn something new. Anxiety and stress, it's caused from something that's normally deep down inside of you, and something that just bothers you, and it builds up over time. So it could be starting with one thing, and then it's one thing, two until it's everything's spinning out of control, and you don't know how to deal with it. You're having panic attacks, you're having anxiety attacks, you're just crying, you're depressed, whatever it is that's happening with you, everything's just building up into this huge thing where you just want to blow up, and you don't know what to do, and then you have to go to the doctor, and you have to do medication, you're trying this, you're trying that. So as soon as something happens that just makes you feel anxious, or whatever it is, that you start to feel a little bit of stress, I would just take a few quick deep breaths. And I'm not saying you have to sit there and be and count to 10 and then breathe out, because that's always, they're always oh, take a deep breath, blah blah blah. I'm on the go all the time. I don't have time to sit for 5 minutes and breathe deep in and then breathe out. And I'm that ain't gonna work for me, because I gotta go someplace. I don't have time. Or sitting in your class, when your teacher, for me, announces a midterm a week in advance, and I'm okay, well, I got stuff to do, so I don't have time to sit there and meditate. So I just recommend taking a few short deep breaths. And also, side note, if I sound really nasally, it's because I have super bad allergies, so I hope you guys don't mind that. And yeah, so end of my side note. I would just recommend taking a few short deep breaths. I just think it can help you get back in the zone, you're able to just de-stress for a couple minutes. And I'm not saying it's going to get rid of your stress or anxiety or whatever, but it's going to help you take a moment to just relieve yourself, kind of get back on track, just feel a little bit better. I would just recommend finding something that's going to help lift you up and make you happy. And so for me, I write a list of all the things that make me happy, and I just think that really helps. Just when you're sad, or you're feeling anxious or stressed or whatever, you can look back to that, and I just think it helps make you just more happy and comfortable. And it kind of for me, it relieves my stress, and it just makes me feel more relaxed and calm, and I feel I can focus on something that I'm happy about and won't have to worry about whatever's stressing me for that moment. I would just recommend talking to someone about it, because I think that always talking to someone can really help. I'm not saying go see a counselor, because I'll talk about that later, a therapist or whatever, but just telling a friend or something, being hey, can you talk me through this? Or me, I'm a Christian, so I normally ask people to pray for me, and I'm hey, I'll ask my youth group leader and like good friend, I'm like, hey, can you pray for me about this or whatever. And if that offends you guys, I'm sorry. That I'm just being open and honest, because this is my channel and I just want to be open and honest with everyone that watches these videos. So I am a Christian, and so I will talk about that sometimes, but I'm not going to like put pressure on you guys or whatever. So I just thought I'd throw that out there. So I do like ask people to pray for me. I just talk it over with some other friends as well. And I just think having someone there, like, I guess my step 3, not really like talking to someone, it would be more like finding a friend or someone to rely on that can help you when you're like stressed and having anxiety, and they can just walk you through, they can have you in their thoughts, whatever it is for you guys that you want to do with that person. I would recommend finding some sort of like yoga or meditation, because I've seen results in those. And so it wouldn't be like say something happens, it wouldn't be like you stop right there and you have to do like yoga and meditation, because like who has time for that? It'd be like you take a moment, you schedule a class. So I'm going to start going to classes with my one good friend, and we're going to go to a yoga class like once a week, once every 2 weeks, and that just like gives you time to like relieve stress. You're like putting it out in a good way, because you don't want to put your stress out in a bad way. So I want to make that like really clear that this is all about like finding positive things to put your stress in, and then that's just like super important. And you don't want to turn to like the bad things in life, because that's where you start to go downhill, and that's not what I want, that's not what your friends want, that's not what your parents want, whoever it is. Like, we want you to stay happy and positive. So I would just recommend finding, and it doesn't even have to be yoga or meditation, it could be like boxing, it could be a soccer class, it could be a fitness class, whatever it is that like will help you kind of just like get everything out. For me, it's more relaxation with meditation, or like yoga. It can even be like a hard yoga class or an easy yoga class. So it's kind of like whatever your preference is, I would say. I would just recommend going to, if you can afford it, and or like not like some places pay for it, is going to do counseling or a therapist, because I definitely think it helps to have an objective that's someone else that's like not in your family immediately, or like a friend, and it's just like more helpful when you have a third like party view that's not like objective towards you. So it's not, they won't always be agreeing with you and whatever, they'll give you a different view that other people won't always see. And I just think that that's like super helpful. So I just think that it's very important that you deal with stress like in all the positive ways. So yoga or whatever it is that you like to do, sporting class, fitness class, whatever. Just quickly breathing, you know, when you're like stressed, like, so say something happens, you just want to be like, just like 3 quick breaths and you're good to go. I'm not saying that's going to be the like a permanent fix, but it's a quick fix that can help you so you can go talk or do something later. And all the rest of the things I listed, and it's just all about whatever it is that will help you get your stress out in a positive way. And I just thought that I would share some of mine, because stress and anxiety is something that is like a high in my life, and this video was more of like a steps that could like help you with it and different things like that, rather than like a, oh, this is what stress and anxiety are. But they are serious things that people deal with every week, every month, every day to day. And I just really wanted to put a video out of different positive ways to handle stress and stuff, because I know a lot of people do resort to bad things like cutting or smoking or vaping or whatever it is. Like, I just think that it should be more of a positive thing. And I'm not saying like if you smoke a cigarette or whatever, like, I'm not trying to offend you and say like, oh, that's bad, like, don't do that. I'm saying like, do like positive things to get rid of your stress, and that's like a negative thing you do, then that's, you want to turn that into a positive. So I hope that makes sense, and I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. And I just wanted to remind you that these are like videos that I'm making from my personal opinion. I'm not a professional in any way, and I just wanted you guys to know that. And I love all of you, and I really hope that you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give a huge thumbs up, and remember to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!